ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत नः शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाले नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणम् अस्त्वनिराकरणम् मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते यौपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Hari Om, Hari Om. You should read it in the mantra. The Shanti mantra, please read. Don't look here and there. We will see the second and third mantra, fourth chapter. Tasmadva iti devaha. What page number is there? 169. Please repeat. Tasmadva iti devaha atitaramiva अन्यान् देवान् यद् अग्निर्वायुः इन्द्रस्ते येन नेदिष्टं पस्पृशुः ते येन प्रथमो विधाञ्चकार ब्रह्मेति तस्माद्वा इन्द्रः अतितरामिवन्यान् देवान् येनन्येदिष्टम् पस्पर्श स येन प्रथमो विदाञ्चकार ब्रह्मेति. We were seeing that when among all devatas, Indra was the one who had the faith and austerity to invoke the grace of Brahma Vidya. Although Yaksh disappeared when he came, but this did not discourage him. Discouragement in life that comes in our heart is because of lack of faith in our heart. Therefore, in Shat Sampatti, Shraddha is a very important portion. I already talked about it. So, the Uma or Parvati ji was Brahma Vidya. The Adi Daivik Roop of Brahma Vidya is Uma. Haimavati, we heard this in our last class. I had mentioned Yaksh is the Prameya and Brahma Vidya is the Pramana. So, Indra was told, who is that Yaksh? It also tells that unless somebody tells about Brahman, you won't know it. Tad Vidhi. You cannot know the Ishwar, you cannot know the Brahman unless someone comes in your life and tells clearly it is like this. So tad vijnanartham sa guru mev abhigachet. Then what happened? Then it is said here, because of knowledge, I talked about knowledge, tato heva vidanchakara. They all knew that who was Yaksh. So ete devaha, these devatas, who Agni, Vayu, Indra, they became superior to other devatas. Atitaram. Atitaram means superior. Why anybody becomes superior? Only because of his knowledge. Knowledge, because of his selflessness, because of his purity. Anyone who has more purity and lesser vasanas, anyone who has bigger pervasiveness in his thought, he is more important and powerful. Your emotional purity will decide your place in the world. More you are having the conquest of lower emotion, more you are useful for others. Because you will identify with others' sorrow and joy, and you can be of big help for other person. And therefore you will automatically gain importance. You need not go for getting importance. Your importance will be decided by how much you are able to remove somebody's problems in life. You can't say that, please give me importance. Importance doesn't get by begging. Respect is not demanded, it is commanded. Anyone in your life who comes across you and he is desireless or less desire, his mind is not very small mind. His mind is a bigger mind. His mind is more receptive about you. He will become important for you. You can't force importance. People come in the mission, people come in the organization. Why somebody becomes important? Why? He identified with the cause of the whole organization. He felt, I think, cleaning is required here. Hall should be cleaned. He felt, I think, some kind of distribution of flyer is required here. Or I think I should conduct Vishnu Sahasranam. And he took one project. Or he started wiping Hanumanji. Hanumanji is there when you enter. And Hanumanji is there. So Hanumanji needs to be worshipped also. I think he needs little more dress. He must be feeling more shawl is required. Or somebody said, okay, I will mop the temple. Somebody said, I am taking on Tuesday, I will mop the temple. Or on Thursday, I will mop the temple. Or somebody said, no, I will wash the puja dishes. Once in a week, I will wash the puja dishes. It will take 45 minutes, I will wash the dishes. Then he kept on washing. Every week he comes and washes. There are 100 things. Slowly that person got automatically, he came in the forefront. It was not an accident. Somebody said, okay, if nobody is there, I will be there. Nobody is in the ashram, I will be there. If nobody is there, I will stay, then I will guard the place. I will see the maids have come or not. I will see that alarm is off. If alarm rings, I will put it down. 100 things. Somebody is keeping the keys, somebody is setting the computer, somebody is doing the Gayatri Havana, somebody is doing Vishnu Sahasranam. नहीं ठीक कह रहे ना. Somebody is correcting the fridge or the what is it called, cold room, something goes off, somebody is making prasad, somebody is. You get importance in the proportion of your identification to the bigger. Not somebody is doing typing work, somebody is going live streaming work, somebody is going magazine work, somebody is doing seva work, somebody is designing flyer, etc. ठीक है ना, ठीक कह रहे हैं. Am I wrong or right? Somebody is bringing banana. Somebody, somebody is going for lift to give. Chain has also come. कुछ नहीं बोलते चैन. You will get automatically the place. You don't struggle for that. So, you need not worry that my position is gone. Nobody can take your position. Lakshmanji's position cannot be taken by Hanumanji. Hanumanji's position cannot be taken. Everybody has their own greatness. And Seva is such area that there are million more areas which are needed. Biggest scope is of serving in this world. Vacancy is always empty. There are 10 more work where I need somebody to help. 10 more work. 10 means number. More are there. So more a person has become a pervasive personality, more he gets importance, more he gets value, more he gets recognition. So, ete devaha atitaram, because they learned Brahma Vidya. And Brahma Vidya is the Vidya of knowing the Brahman. Because when you have Vidya, you are free. You are free. So, Brahma Vidya make them totally free from desire. Very sign of knowledge is that you don't have desire. Because there is nothing to desire. Neither there is anybody who is desirer, neither there is an object to desire. Both are negated. Atmanam chet vijaniyat. बोलो भाई. अयम अस्मीति पुरुषः किमिच्छन कस्य कामाय शरीरमणि संजरेत. Bharadharanyaka. If you know the self, then who is desirer and what he will desire? You have nothing to do then in your life. Then you go out and see, okay, let me. And you are free. More happier you are, more important you become. Your ambience around you, cheer around you, gives quietness to others. Ramana Maharshi did not do any social work. Ramakrishna Paramahansa didn't open any organization. They took the whole world with their silence. Tapovan Maharaj didn't construct a single room. Forget about ashram. Not a single room was there he constructed. He could have. But their value was decided by the desirelessness, their knowledge. If a person is quiet, by his quietness he changes a lot. By his actionlessness he changes a lot of mind. So don't think he is working and he is distributing food and clothes, then only he becomes important. If he is knowing the self, any corner of the world he is there, he will make a big difference in his silence. And therefore, after getting this knowledge, these devatas became superior than other devatas. Superiority is decided by desirelessness, selflessness, egolessness. In worldly parallels, superiority is decided by what is his money, how much salary you draw. How much salary I draw? You draw 100,000 rand, I draw 70,000. So you salary-wise, you are superior. But it has no meaning in a spiritual life. Spiritual life is based on the knowledge and devotion and dispassion. Superiority of joy, superiority of freedom is more important. Superiority of not having next birth is more important. Therefore, billionaire may be there, Hundreds of billionaires may be there on one side, and Devatas may be there, and one Jnani is his. This Jnani is superior than all Devatas. Because he has conquered his mind. He has conquered his mind and conquered his ignorance also. Yahi tairjita sargah yesham samme sthitam mana. Well, where is this? Mine is not there. Yours is there. Nirdosham hi svam brahma tasmad brahmani te sthita. I hope you understood the meaning of superiority. So, tasmadete devaha atitarami vanyan devan yad agni vayu indrahate yenat nidishtam pasprashu. It is said they had touched the Brahma Vidya. Yenat nidishtam. Nidishtam means antikatam, closest. They were closest to Brahma Vidya. Bhashaka writes here, Priyatamam. They were very dear also. Why dear? Why dear? Because they had the desire to know. They wanted to know. You become dear to the Lord when you want to know about the Lord. You want to identify with the Lord. So therefore they became dear to Brahma Vidya. And dear means that what God wanted, they did it. Yaksh came in their life so that they should shed off their ego and know the Brahma Vidya. And they did it. Therefore they became dear. Bhagwan, you can be dear to God on two conditions. You drop your ahankar and you hold to the knowledge of the God. So because they left their smallness, they said, okay, I'm sorry, it was not my victory. It was not my victory, I'm sorry. It was your victory, and please tell me about yourself. If ahankar was there, they would have said, no, I won't. It was my victory. So, sprishtavantaha. So they were enat pratamo vidanchakara. Here pratham is the meaning of first. That means there were other devatas also, apart from these three. Bhashka writes pradhana. Wait, what? Apart from Indra, Agni, Vayu, other were there. Because if it is called first, that means others were also there. Only I came first here. That means others are also coming. And who else came? Nobody. Then you cannot say I came first. So, Santaha iti etad vidanchakara, they knew. The moment you leave your ignorance, you become dear. Because ignorance is the cause of your mistakes. I left my ignorance and therefore I became dear. I left my smallness. Anybody who leaves his smallness in front of you, he becomes dear. Dear becomes near. And when you are dear and near, you don't have fear. And ignorance is clear. And you become seer. So, tasmat va indraha atitaram vivanyan devan. Among all devatas, of course, Vayu were great, Vayu. But among three, Indra was better. Because if he had not, they also returned, they also would not. Because he knew first. And not that he knew and he was very happy. He told the same to Vayu. He said, come here. What I have known, I will tell to you now. He said, no, I am special. No. You have to drop all speciality. That is spirituality. You are commoner than the commonest. यस्माद अग्नि वायु अपि इंद्र वाक्यादेव, देखो कितना लिखा है. By the words of Indra, only the Agni and Vayu had learned. Therefore, Indrenu Uma Vakyat Prathmam Shrutam. Indra heard first that this is Brahman, and therefore, among all three, Indra is superior most. Because he started the whole. He only brought the with his devotion, he invoked the grace of Mother Shruti. Indraha atitaram atishayena sherate. Shete should be there. Iv anyan devan. So he was the best because he knew it first. When knew it first, he said, that means he did more tapasya to get it. In any field, the one who is a pioneer, he gets more credit than the succeeding ones. Because he must have gone through more austerity, he must have gone through more pains, and then others got benefited little easier. But what he got with difficulty, he made others' life easier. The first one to do some bigger work, he has to do much more austerity, much more patience is required, much more faith is required, much more tenacity is required, much more, power of endurance is required than the succeeding ones. Therefore, Indra was greatest among all. This is the words of MC Shruti. MC Shruti Mata is MC here. See? So Indra had stopped there, waited. So these two verses, two mantras, which two, second and third of the fourth chapter, they are the glorification of indirectly Brahma Vidya only. Because anybody becomes bigger by the knowledge of the Brahma. If you remember, five points were there of these two chapters. And in that was Brahma Vidya Stutyartham. Why Stuti? So that we can be attracted. We can be attracted. Publicity is going on. So they are telling how important it is. If Indra can get this knowledge, they want who is the Brahman chief. If Agni gets this knowledge, if Vayu Devata want this knowledge, who is the cause of all cyclones and all tornadoes, etc., they are the one who want this knowledge. Therefore, it is very important for us also. If any actor, actresses, they have the advertisement, therefore they bring them. If they do it, the ordinary person also starts. Because they are well known. So if they are doing it, therefore I will also use this kind of cream. Although it is useless. Therefore the celebrities or the cricketers are brought for advertising. And if the cricketer plays bad, then they are taken out. If cricketer is not playing good, then they are taken out. Then cost is reduced. Then they bring another one. Now the topic is changing here. I have today's 10th, no? So very less days are there. I should increase my run rate. So already we have done. Now 4th, 5th and 6th mantra are on Upasana. Upasana. 4th, 5th and 6th mantra are on Upasana. 4th mantra is on two kind of Adhideva Upasana. 5th mantra is on Adhyatma Upasana. And 6th mantra is on Guna Vishishta Brahma Upasana. I am repeating it. 4th mantra is on Adhideva Upasana. 5th mantra, and two kind of Adhideva Upasana. 5th mantra is on Adhyatma Upasana, and sixth mantra is on Gun Vishisht Brahma Upasana. Just for your information. Specifically some quality oriented Upasana of Brahman. ठीक है ना? This is, you keep in your mind. Only why I need Upasana? I don't need any Upasana. I'm tired of all this Upasana. Don't get tired. Did you get knowledge or not? So much you are listening. You are listening from 1.5 months almost. Did you have knowledge? Yes, I have knowledge. Only thing I'm very angry all the time. I have the knowledge, but anger is there. And I have a lot of frustration also at times. I'm very sad also. Last night I slept while crying. But I have the knowledge. Then I'm sorry, you have no knowledge. Why? Dukkheshu anudvigna manaha. Sukheshu vigata spraha. Very sign of knowledge is shokam tarati atmvit. That means you should have no sadness at all. No trace also of sadness. The very sign of sadness is that you are ignorant. But I am listening, I am understanding. Your knowledge is very external to you. Like some people are there, they are very external to you. Your knowledge, you have knowledge, but it is not accessible, it is not giving you solutions. Something is locked and you don't have the key at time. Access is not there. Password is not working. I am entering the password constantly and it is saying wrong password. Please check, something is saying. And this, you forgot your password, this question is also there. I am entering it and it is saying. And sometime pin more than 3 you are disqualified. Then what to do after that? You have to call them. Acha, please tell me. You know it, how to do it. You are good in electronics. पता नहीं भूल जाएं क्या हो. So many gadgets are there, you forget which password was this. Therefore, best is to keep one for all. The only problem, if somebody knows one, he will access all. So you have a knowledge, but that knowledge has not taken out your ahankar, your anger. Your lifestyle has not changed. Your mind has not changed. Fear has not gone. Your next birth has not gone. That means knowledge has not become realization, cognition. That means there is some obstacle in you. There is some mental block in you, which is not allowing it to seep inside. Something is going wrong. There is something wrong in your psyche. Sure. It is not percolating in your deep system. You are affected by your insult very much, very much. You are affected by your honor. Yeah. If somebody neglects you, you feel very upset. Yeah. You are attached. Yeah. You hate also somebody. Yes, little. So, this tells that your knowledge is not changing your responses. If you want to see the knowledge, you have to go to chapter 2, chapter 12 and chapter 14 of Bhagavad Gita. And in the scriptures, hundreds of places it is written how to test whether I have real knowledge or not. Because anybody can say like that. Somebody went to Swami Abhedananda. He said, Swamiji, I feel that I have known the Brahman. Swamiji said, during the sadhana time, such illusions come. बोले बेटा ऐसा है कि जब साधना करते हैं तो ऐसा भ्रम हो जाता है। बोले आपने ऐसा क्यों बोला? बोले इट इज नॉट अ फीलिंग, भावना नहीं है ब्रह्मन। यू डोंट फील दैट आई नो ब्रह्मन, यू आर ब्रह्मन। When you feel that you know Brahman, then you don't know it. Avijñātam vijñānam vijanatam. So, some obstacle is in us which is not allowing me to bloom forward. Something is not allowing me that I don't, and if you see, your class mood is different and after class mood is different. You can see a big difference if there is a calmometer. How calm you are during the class and how calm you are outside. How contented you are during listening. There will be big disparity, you will find that. In the presence of teacher, teacher takes your command of your mind. Scriptures, teacher, word, they hold your mind. They make it quiet. They instill good thoughts. And you become very fulfilled, happy, relaxed. But in the absence of teacher, in the absence of satsang, even the same day, within few minutes only, some incident or some inner thought make our mind anxious. So that means it has not gone into me totally. There is something which is a disturbing ingredients are in me. There are certain ingredients in me which is not good. Like you eat a food and allergy comes out. Some food you went out and ate and itching came out. Although it may be simple food, but in that some ingredients may be there, some spice may be there, some herbs may be there, which is making you allergic about that. Something was not suiting me. Something did not suit me in that food. Or any plant you went, one day I touched one plant here. That plant is there which is kept. I don't know, one drop may have gone in my eyes or somewhere of that, what is called, of that milk that it oozes. So, or within 5 minutes, this whole eye just started watering very badly. I could understand this allergy. So eyes get swollen up, eyes start watering. Then I understood that because I touched that plant, and maybe I must have touched here and there, and therefore it didn't go well with me. So body is reacting to it. Body is allergic to it. Some people have lactose allergies there. Some have gluten allergies there. Some have tulsi allergy. They are allergic to touching tulsi also. Plants allergy is there. Some have fur allergy. With these dogs and cats have that fur, the hairs. That allergy is there. Dust allergy is everybody has. So that you start sneezing. Then you have to take daisy legs. Not daisy, daisy legs. You take daisy legs. Allegra is there. Some kind of antihistamine tablets you take. So I take every day. So something is in my mind through which my responses are not very good at times. I'm not very quiet on a certain issues. I get anxious, I get worried, I get lazy, I don't know. This mood of the satsang is not there at all time. Some stone comes sometime, I feel bad, I feel something goes wrong. Some ingredient in me is not very good. Maybe I am short-tempered, maybe I have ahankar, maybe I have desire, lust. Maybe I have some kind of complex, superiority or inferiority. Maybe I compare a lot. Maybe I'm very agitated. Maybe I'm impatient person. Well, not maybe, I think all I am. So, maybe I am very sleepy. Too much sleep I want. So much I feel very lazy person. 8 hours, 9 hours I sleep. So a lot of issues are there. I get very worked up at time. Too much of this knowledge will not take. Knowledge doesn't operate on removing blockages. Knowledge only operates in removing ignorance. 100 times I tell you. You may not like it, but you have to hear that. Only Karma Yoga and Upasana are the means for that. Remember, I told one is purification sadhana, other is illumination sadhana. Illumination sadhana is Vedanta, which is called Antaranga and Sakshat sadhana. And purification sadhana is Parampara sadhana and Bahirang sadhana. Now don't say what is Bahirang and Antaranga, I have not known, you have never told that. This is another problem of an ingredient you forget also. Lot of garbad sarbad ignorant because we have come from many births. We have come from traveling here and there. And we have collected lot of different natures. In last birth I was with that person. I was very angry. I was passionate. Or I was a devta, or I was a dano, or I was a dog, or I was a cat, or I was a rakshas, or I was a human being. So I have already spent 40, 50 years within that category. Or I was a snail, or I was a officer, I was very egoistic person, or I was a drunkard, or I was a drug addict. Or I was living with somebody who used to hit me, therefore I am very sad by nature. You bring that nature. Man eva manusyasya purva rupani shamsas. And today you have come here, tumbling and fumbling, and here you have dropped in 701. And then you have in the Vedanta class, you have column all of a sudden. यहाँ से कूद फांद के कहीं से यहाँ टपक गए. अब यहाँ जो आप टपक गए, what you have dropped, अब क्या करें, अब तो टपकी गए. Now that you have dropped now how to deal? Knowledge is not taking place totally. I have heard Upanishads also. So Shruti is a ma. She said, I think you need some cleansing point. I will clear some blockages in you. I'll make you a little free from you. I'll remove that obstacles through which knowledge is not going inside. I will make you such that your knowledge will be your life. You and knowledge are not different. You are knowledge. You will be the manifested Brahman. And the process that does it is called Upasana. And therefore these 3 mantras, 4th, 5th and 6th of this 4th chapter is on Upasana. Please note, it has come later on. Why? Because those who are already qualified to student, they went away. 4 sections were there. Those who were already knowing, why will they say, "Bole chalte hain, Guruji pranam," or chalte hain? They don't need Upasana because they already did it. Therefore, they had the knowledge. What is Upasana now? These topics are very long, and I take quite a number of classes. But our time is less, so I'll try to give that in condensed form. Okay. So, what is Upasana? Nikrishta vastuni utkrishta dhyanam. something seen and small, you superimpose big thought. निकृष्ट वस्तुनि उत्कृष्ट भावना. Something seen and small, you superimpose unseen and big. On pratyaksh, you superimpose paroksh. On anga, you superimpose angi. Three things I said. Something small and seen, you superimpose mentally. Big and unseen. So second thing, something pratyaksh, seen by the eyes, you superimpose paroksh. You saw Shivling and you superimpose your thought of Lord Shiva. Chandrasekharaya Namah. You saw Shaligramji and you superimpose Lord Vishnu. In my house, many times Gobar Ganesh was. So they used to bring cow dung. And you used to make Ganeshji out of that cow dung. And Chandan, Akshat, Pakshat, all these things Panditji was offering. Supadi में Parvati. So this is called Upasana. And third was, on the Ang, on the part of the Virat, I superimpose the Angi, the whole. Why you are superimposing all these things? Is it not a superimposition? It is there. It's called Shastri Adhyarop. It is Upasana. It is scriptural superimposition, not the ignorance. Why? Because there is a small thought in us. Every disturbance tells that my thoughts are not devolved on that topic. In every situation, when you get disturbed in a situation, you understand that my personality was smaller than the situation. Anything bigger than the situation will not disturb you. So means what? Means you have a very small thought on that topic. And the smallness of thought is blocking the bigness, the thought of Brahman. Therefore, I am now practicing to remove this small thought by a bigger thought. Sajati Vritti Prava, it is called. And please note, Upasana is based on repetition. Knowledge is not based on repetition. Upasana, you have to repeat the name and form. Whether you like or you don't like is not a criteria. Mind runs or doesn't run is not a criteria. Well, my mind doesn't cooperate in doing. Who asked you? Taking medicine, taste is not a criteria. I don't like this medicine. You like or not is not an issue. I feel nauseatic. You feel nauseatic. You'll be okay. Take elaichi after that. You'll get habituated to it. Keep on throwing. Never, I'll give you another tablet. This is the only tablet in that area that can work. You have to get habituated to it. Empty stomach you are taking? Yes. Eat something. Don't eat too much. Eat little. And then you take medicine. In Upasana, get my point. Without Upasana, nobody can understand Vedanta. What is my experience? Very big thought of Lord or Devi Ma or Lord Krishna or Lord Ram or Lord Shiva. You repeat for a long time. The result is that a small thought I am doing, I have to do anxiety. This bigger thought removes the small thought and your personality enhances. You know this, they put stent. Many of you, anybody has got stent? You have a stent, no? So everything you have, I think. You also stent. So then when they put a stent actually, so 99% blockage is there or 90% blockage is there. So from here they send one tube goes. I heard, I have not experienced. Please correct me, I am illiterate in that manner. Doctors are sitting here. And then it goes at the point of where the blockage is there. That particular small stent is that's quite expensive. Then it blows up. It blows like this. So that capillary which is this big, from here it goes and it extends. Right? No? There only. So that stent is called stent is there. So that blockage goes away. And now that 99% has gone because it has extended. Understood, no? Supposing this is the veins, so here stent goes and it extends like that. Similarly, what upasana does? You have a small thought. It tries to make you a bigger thought. So you are now belonging to Lord. Anger, frustration, calm, growth, depression, sadness, complexes are only telling that your ahankar, your sense of separateness from the God is very strong. And you are not able to leave these topics. Anything which is a small matter, you leave it mentally. Bully is said like this, forget about it. Supposing you are going to examination, 7 o'clock is the examination, 6:30 you started, already you are late. Somebody is abusing you on the way because you are driving a little fast. You don't stop and fight with that person because you are already short of time. And my attention is to score high there. It's a small matter. Don't worry about that. He will say sorry and move ahead. He said sorry, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. अरे भाई दिमाग खराब होगा हमारा भी एग्जामिनेशन है. Many times we were in those colleges and you hit somebody by mistake or he hits by mistake. By mistake, I did my. So before he came, I said, I'm very sorry. If any cost is incurred, I will give the cost. He said, no, it's okay. Because a bigger issue is in your mind. I am going for Gurudev's yagna, or I am going to meet a saint. And I am going to meet a saint, and somebody in my house said, you are a useless person, all the time going to saint. Because the charm of meeting the saint was so big that his thought that he said I am useless, it didn't create any disturbance in me. Well, I think you have some kind of sadness, therefore you go to saint. Okay, jo marji so keh lo aap. Whatever you want to say, you say. But I want to meet my Guru or I want to see a saint in my life. The charm of meeting or charm of God or charm of Jap or charm of Guru is much more than the sorrow of ego or the anxiety of ego or the anger of ego. In you, in your heart, you are bringing a very big in your heart that will engulf the smallness. I hope you are clear about it. Not clear? Clear, no? So this is the upasana aspect. Sometimes, supposing you have fallen down and you hurt your hand badly and somebody started bleeding. And in the same ashram or in the same house, you love somebody, your guru is there, and somebody said he is a high fever. So you forget your small bruise and you start attending that. You had pain, but your pain becomes smaller than that pain. You discover some big thing in life so that the smallness doesn't affect me. I distanced it. I didn't kill it, I distanced it. I don't finish it. I disidentified with it. And I went to my Guru, he said, Gurudev, what happened? Are you having high fever? Oh, you have high fever. What happened to you? But you are also having bleeding. Mine is okay. It's a little matter. So slowly you jump out of the bed, although you were thinking how much I have pain. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hi Ram Re. So this vilap was going on. And but when you see your God or your Guru or anybody whom you love a lot, बोले उनका पेन ना हो भाई, please your pain I should take it, please you be happy. So you have something big in your life, you forget smallness. These great freedom fighters, some left their houses. So somebody asked, are you not missing your house, your father, mother? He said, when I think the pain of 40 million people, 50 million people, and the pain of 1-2 people, I think that pain is bigger than this. And therefore I can sacrifice this. Sacrificing is easier if you see something bigger. So Upasana allows you to dissolve the small matters in your life. Otherwise, where will you give up? Will you give up anxiety? Where? Supposing I say, give this up. Where to give up? How to give up? I hope you are understanding. This principle of Upasana. You have a very big thought. Today everything I lost. I have no money in my house. But I think God will provide. I have been alive till date. So I have been eating regularly, this tells. From the body I can make that I was not a hungry person. So I was getting food. So this is my age, 44 years. I have got the food. I think God will give me the food. So some food is required at the most. God will take care of that matter. And God's life is there. So if God wants to take the life, He is free to take the life. It is His life. This Upasana divinizes, pervades your mind, makes you more broad in your thinking, and facilitates the coming of the knowledge because your blockages have gone. So there is a more breathing of your. You can breathe the Vedanta knowledge, not breathe. Breathe. You can breathe the knowledge. In heart attack, breathing is stopped. You can't breathe because of blockage. But now I can breathe the knowledge. It's good knowledge is inside me. It is more internalized. I can sit in meditation for a long time. I'm not affected by apman and samman. I have grown above the body identification. I don't miss as this person. I see of the God. This body belongs to God and therefore He can keep it as He wants. He can throw it if He wants to make me poor, if He wants to make me rich. It is His life. I am living His life. I am just protecting His body. I am protecting His life. Everything what I do, my talk, my song, my life, my family, my wife, my children, I am just the trustee of this. I have to worship through all. Your attitude changes. You do the same work, but your attention is somewhere else. You have a very big attention giving area. When you give attention to small, you become tensed. And when you give attention to big, you become relaxed. You have a very big attention giving area. All sadhana is giving attention to something higher. You practice it. Conscious, deliberate practice you do till it becomes unconscious and effortless. Allow the knowledge to come in. I'll tell you, more time goes in preparation. I have heard in the management meetings, and they told me that we have prepared a lot before we have a big meeting. Because boss is coming from Germany, so we have to tell everything. Or any medical operation is there. You are putting on the dress, but it might have taken time to prepare, then put it on. Putting on was 2 seconds, but preparing your shirt and jacket must have taken many months, which you put in 1 second. More is your homework done, more the product will be very good. If you have not done homework and you jump, people can know that he is lost. He is not having the grip on that. He has not done sufficient homework. He is a gate crasher. He has not done properly. He is speaking here and there. He doesn't know properly the subject. Or he has not understood that point here. So a lot of homework is to be done for Vedantic, imbibing the first and second chapter. And that is the fourth chapter will make you do the homework. And third and fourth chapter are the homework done to go to the first and second chapter realization. We have to do a lot of preparation. Lot of deliberation. I have heard those who plan very well, very, very well about things. Big companies, they spend more time in planning than executing. That will decide how easy was your execution and how smooth was your implementation. Otherwise, you say it was not planned well, we didn't think. You never planned your life well, or you didn't plan your responses. Nice planning is going in these chapters. And when something well planned comes out, then it is excellent. You can see it's very well thought of. If you see our temple, you can make it out, it was well planned. Those who were working as an architect or engineers or color choosers or the dim light choosers, they must have given a lot of thought. Or the tile choosers, or the color of the door, window, bell, murti, I think they must have planned it very well. Very good homework was done. Any murti kahin se bula diya. You have to tell that he is Lord Shiva. You can't recognize. Or door aisa gir gaya kahin pe. Tiles are not put properly. Or color is very harsh. Only who had made this temple? कौन बना? किसने बनाया ये? You ask who made the food, two conditions are there. Sometimes it is very nice, then you say who made it. Sometimes it is so awful, they say who made it? So you have to give lot of time in preparing the mind. 90% of your time should go in preparing the mind. Then that 10% time, knowledge will go very fast. And slowly that 90% time of preparation will go into 90% time of illumination. Then you don't need to prepare after that, the result is there. It's a very slow but sure process. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru